It's been a while since I've done some Patrice O'Neal shit. This is from his the Black Phillip. Well, I've listened to I think the entire series of the Black Phillip Show one time whenever I was just sitting on the couch, and I listened to all that shit while I was going to sleep. For those who don't know, Patrice O'Neal, he was a self-proclaimed pimp. Not like a pimp, like he slapped bitches and shit like that, but like he got a lot of women apparently. Let's see what he has to say about emotions versus logic.
You need to battle women's emotions with your logic. Some women are so emotional, right, that you need like different levels of logic. Like when I first met my girl, she was goofy. She only needed one drop of logic, and I would give her two, just so she'd go, okay, beat her down. Now the bitch knows me. I got to give her 47 levels of logic, while she still gives me the same one level of emotion. She just uses the fact that she knows I'm going to use logic when I'm talking to her to combat that shit, but still have the same emotion that she had coming in. So,
did you hear the girl say "good for her"? See, this is like the issue I have with other women who are the friends of the women that you're dating, right? You should not be emotional when you're having a logical conversation about an issue, right? But when he said that he has to give her 47 drops of logic or whatever the fuck, she said, good for her. Like, why? Why is that good? Why is that good? That means she's becoming more difficult to conversate with.
So I'm talking to her, and okay, here's my thing. I tell this motherfucker, I say, look, don't ask me a question first when you ultimately want something from me. Don't walk in the room and say, what you doing later? Then that makes me want to lie. That makes me go, oh, shit.
I don't know what's going on.
I'm going to the moon. Right? Then she goes,
right.
Oh, because I was going to suck your balls later.
I'm not going to the moon.
Fuck, but now you can't say I'm not going to the moon because she goes, you were lying. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
When you want something, you come in and go, listen, I was thinking about sucking your balls. Are you going to be busy later? You tell me what the fuck you want first, bitch.
Yes.
I'm sitting there for an hour and 10 minutes trying to logic my way to her, trying to let her know why that puts me in a bad fucking spot to have to... It puts it on me.
But wait.
What?
How about just not fucking lying when she asks you what you're doing later?
Because it's not a lie to say you don't know or yes, you'll be busy. But there are things that would take priority, right? If you ask me, what are you doing later? I don't know, I'm probably going to have some spaghetti or some shit like that. That's what I planned on doing, but it's not a set in stone thing. You're like, oh, damn it, I was going to invite you to the basketball game. Oh, well, I will take the basketball game over fucking spaghetti. It's not a lie. It's just preferred what I was planning to do. It's not like, you know what I mean? That's where it becomes frustrating.
Do you understand? Do you see?
That's logical. You just answered your own.
Do you see why?
No, it's not.
Even the smart ones don't fucking get it.
No, because
why would I? No. Wait. Why the fuck?
Right.
Let me tell you what it is. You don't like sweet talk.
It's passive aggressive.
It's passive aggressive, and you know what else it is? It's because you're.
But if you already know.
Wait a minute.
It's manipulative. It's manipulative.
You're not tuned in to rejection. I'm going to explain to you again, and then I'm going to let you talk. You're not tuned into rejection from a man on a daily basis, meaning this. If you go, I want this, right? Mm-hmm. What's wrong with coming to me saying, I would like you to do this for me? And you know why you don't do that? It leaves too much open for me to go no and for you to be rejected. But if you put it on me, what are you doing later? Nothing. Okay, if you're not doing nothing, you think we can go to the movies? Now, I might want to do nothing and not go to the motherfucking
So
movies.
just say, honey, I don't want to go.
Do you think it's that simple? Are you out your mind?
Say, sweetheart,
It's
can
that
Right.
simple for
offer
me.
another situation.
It's not that fucking simple. Dude, my girl came up to me and did this shit. Something similar. Oh, not my girl. Now I don't have a girl. Back when I was married. Okay, back when I was married. She came up to me and pulled this shit. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. He's like, oh, I want to have sex. She said that. And for the first time in our entire relationship, in my entire existence as a man being attracted to women, I was like, I don't really feel like it right now. I didn't. I fucking didn't. Like, what I was doing something that I was very focused on. Forget what it was, and I was fucking tired. And for the one time, I said, sorry, I don't feel like having sex right now. She fucking... Dude. The threats came. The anger, the emotion, I'm never going to have sex with you ever again because you said no. Don't ever ask me for sex. Blah, blah, blah. It became because they can't handle rejection. They can't fucking handle rejection. They just can't. No matter how logical. Do you know how many times I fucking wanted sex from her and she said no, or she was asleep and tired? And then I said it once and she fucking, her feminine brain just couldn't fucking handle it. Couldn't handle it. It was like I had threatened her livelihood or some shit like that, and she went to like full-blown survival mode. Ah!
Suggestion. Well, okay, first of all, wait a second. I am all about open communication, okay? Do not get me wrong. I understand what you're saying, and I totally appreciate it. As a girl...
Bitch, get to the point.
Will you fucking just get it out?
I'm right. No, my fucking point is this, Patrice. You're making me curse.
There you
And
go.
I don't like
We're bringing out what you really
Here's the
are.
deal, okay?
First of all, wait a minute. Keep that thought. And this is perfect. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, this is why we need a woman on the show to let you know that this is, even though you're super smart, this is the shit you do. You got to preface it with something that we don't want to hear first.
You know what's funny
But
is
if you already know
when
we
you
operate like that.
when you said that, it clicked in her head. And then she went to level 2. How can I combat what you said in the first
No,
place?
it's not about combating. I am agreeing with him. I agree. We should be communicating better. But however, if you already know that your woman is going to do that, then like you're already one step ahead. You're saying you know she does this all the time. If it's a tactic,
Why the fuck am I supposed to condone that
accommodate
you're
shit?
an equal part of the relationship, are you not?
Fucks no. I lead the relationship.
Oh, my God.
How the fuck can you have a 50-50 relationship?
Oh my God. Okay, well you know what? You can take turns.
Wait, no.
You can
No,
take
you
turns.
can't.
Are you out your fucking
you
mind?
can't.
Take turns. Yeah, take turns. Like, no.
Why can't
No, you can't, because you don't have the ability to lead.
Let me tell you what happens when you take turns and let them lead, okay? Because I did this in a few situations. And again, there are, of course, exceptions to the rule. I'm speaking generally to a general audience. I'm speaking to like 2 or 3 people. Dude, generally speaking, women will lose respect for you if you give up that leadership position. It's not their fault. All right? It doesn't make them bad people. It's just how they are, man. It's like the saying, you give an inch, they take a mile. Bro. If you let them control one part of your life, they will naturally try to control everything. And then once they're in control, they lose all fucking respect for you. And now you're like a bitch in your own home.
Me? I don't have
As
the
a
ability to
woman,
lead.
you don't have the ability
Are
to
you
lead.
shitting me?
No,
Because you don't wanna
absolutely
lead.
not.
Where you gonna lead me to?
Wherever I want you to go.
What
Exactly.
suggestion do you have?
For what? For going anywhere?
For anything. Do you think, ready? Hold on, wait, ready?
Explain it.
Do you think men should call women bitches?
It depends on the situation.
Do you think men should call women bitches?
It depends on the situation.
Frivolous.
Yes.
Should I just say, hey, bitch?
Not if you don't know somebody.
Why not?
Because you don't know them. You don't know if they're a bitch or not.
Really? That's a good enough answer for you?
Yeah, it is.
It's not. You know why? You gave me no reason. You just said...
Because it's wrong
you
and disrespectful.
No, it's
and
not.
you don't even know
That's
this
just
person.
how you feel.
That's like, should I go up and say, hey,
Wait a
asshole?
minute. I told you...
Hey, asshole.
I told you why
Hey, asshole.
I say bitch. You're not giving me a reason why I shouldn't.
Because you don't
Yeah.
know
I'm
if they
telling
don't
you-
deserve your respect. You're going in there assuming. You're going in there assuming that they don't deserve your respect
Why
or
is
attention.
bitch a disrespectful term?
Because of how it's used.
Why?
That makes it disrespectful.
Don't women automatically expect men to respect them?
No, they don't automatically. Because if they did automatically, women would treat themselves better than they do, and they would act more accordingly.
What are you
I don't
talking
understand
about?
what that. I don't know.
I think there are a lot of women who have self-esteem issues.
Do you hear that? Hey, all of you
No,
have self-esteem
not all
issues.
of us do.
That's why you're not good at the leading thing. You're good soldiers. You're not good generals. You don't want to be in charge. Here's what you want to be. You want to constantly test to see if this person. You ever see that movie, Master and Commander? The shit with Russell Crowe?
Yes.
Yeah. It's a good movie. It's a really good fucking movie, actually.
Yeah.
And
Paul Bettany.
yes, and the guy is walking around. Russell Crowe's second in command is walking around the ship, right? And he's trying to be friendly with the motherfucking with the mates, with the
crew.
Yeah. And they're looking at him like this pussy ass nigga. Now, Russell Crowe snatches this guy. First of all, Russell Crowe said he saw the two guys looking at him funny. He goes, put them up against the mast and give them that cat and nine tails.
Right.
Fuck him up.
Right.
And he had to go and call this guy and go, look, let me tell you something, man. These dudes are not your friends. They are looking for someone to lead them, but they want to be led by somebody that they believe in. That's a woman. Women want to look at a guy and believe that he will lead them where they need to go. But they're going to test him like he's a weak-ass second mate. And if this motherfucker goes, I'm going to just be your friend, you're going to disrespect him. That's the nature of the game. And
Yes.
every single part of the world, on every single level, the bitch version of an animal is weaker than a fucking man version. Except for praying mantises and men.
And black widows.
Yeah, go down to spiders that I can smash with my feet anyway. I step on either one of them motherfuckers. How about that? So, other than a couple of insects.
So what about seahorses when the guys get pregnant?
Exactly. That's what they have to do. This is where a smart bitch comes in because she knows what I'm fucking. What about dung beetles? Dung beetles don't put shit around.
Dung beetle?
Goofy hoe. And that's what they do. This is what I'm saying, fellas. Do you see what Kaz is doing? This is what your girlfriend does, and you have to never. Let me tell you something about that.
Deflect.
Don't lose the war.
Exactly.
Hey, I can lose a battle, but win the war. Don't even fucking concede a battle.
Women do like
Yeah.
You fucking win battles. Every single, no matter how little it is, no matter how insignificant you think it is, you fight
And
so
they
that
don't
the
get
bitch
any.
adds an option to her life.
Bro, I'm going to give an example of this, and I'm going to use my... Damn it, man. I hate talking about past relationships because... Anyway, I was married, and... I was having marital issues, obviously, because, I said the word was. And this one of my friends, I'm not going to give any details on him, just one of my homies who was also married at the time, who was not married anymore, by the way, gave me it was such shit advice, dude. It sounded good, but it was like kind of what Patrice is saying, except the opposite. He was saying, whatever she tells you to do, you fucking do it, man. It doesn't matter what it is. That's your job. You listen to your wife. You do whatever the fuck she says. If she says to take out the trash, you go do that shit. She says to do this, you go do that shit. She says she needs this done, you go do that shit. Like, and I'm looking at him like, what the fuck? But I was at the end of the road. I had tried everything, or at least in my mind, I tried everything. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to try this shit. For like a day or two, I did it, and it was horrible. It made things way fucking worse, dude. Because then she learned quick that I was just saying yes to everything. And I was just immediately doing everything. So you know what? Those little tiny things that were so... that didn't matter. It didn't fucking matter if I did it or not, or when I did it. It was just an insignificant chore or insignificant task. All of a sudden, can you give me a glass of water? The fucking... What? Can you give me a glass of water? We'll be in the middle of watching a movie. Can you give me a glass of water? Can you give me a drink? Like, bitch, I'm watching the movie too. What the fuck? Now I can't watch the... I was like, you know what? No, let me just listen to what my friend said. Sure. Can you rub my feet? Sure. Can you do this? Sure. Next 2 days of that shit, I'm like, I didn't gain any more respect. All the respect that I had lost didn't come back. And now I'm just a slave. Doing whatever the fuck she tells. That was the worst fucking advice I ever got.
Okay, give you another thing. Give you another story about my girl found an option. And this is how your girl will find an option. When she starts opening her fucking mouth. Yesterday, my girl don't open her fucking mouth anymore. When she can't, that old saying, don't let your mouth write a check, your ass can't cash. You understand? So this big black bitch at GameStop. I'm sitting there talking to them. You know, if at GameStop there's only one goofy ass motherfucker who's taking care of a whole store full of geeks, and he is slow and he's an asshole. And when you get to him, you wanna develop a relationship with this nigga. So I'm talking to him, and this motherfucker's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go. What about Gears of War? What about this? What about that? What you think of this? What's new? What have you heard about this? I bought some new shit, World War II battle thing with planes and boats and shit. So he's like, oh, and this big black. All this chit chat, all this, what's up?
Yeah.
With nobody there to stop me from punching her in her fucking mouth, except for social contract. The fact is that she believes that socially I can't knock her in her fucking mouth. But if I had a screw loose, I could turn around and wring this bitch's neck just for that. Now my girl did that shit talking to some motherfucker, and she's in his face like, let me tell you something. I walked away. She goes, whoa. She runs up to me, right? And goes, why would you do that? Well, why would you run? You know, he could have, he could have what? They could have what?
Yeah.
Why do it? Why do it?
Now she has an option. That dude could have punched you in your fucking face. And you couldn't do shit about it except for look at me. So you're going to have to learn respect. It trickles down from me. You have to have...
Oh, God, this bitch is obnoxious. Anger. God!
Anger.
No, you don't.
Bitch, shut up. And let me tell you something. That little trick you're doing now, Gareth,
she goes,
that's
what?
level 2. I've already been that disregarding. God, calm down, Mr. Angry.
Yeah.
He's so angry. All guys are angry like that, Gareth, because you're asshole. Not just you, your people. your gender. We're not the same people.
You have to fucking deal with it because you want to get inside of us. You do.
Who gives a fuck?
Apparently you do.
Wait a minute. I don't want to get inside my girl no more. You know how many different ways we fuck? I'll use that Febreze bottle. Despicable people. I don't have to get pussy from my girl. I put up with it because I love the bitch. Oh, hey, Monique. Gotta go to a girl. There's a girl. Matter of fact, we're gonna give it over to Monique and Karen for 5 seconds. Go ahead, ladies.
Hi, Monique.
5 seconds.
We all go take shits and play PlayStation.
You hear me, asshole?
Pull my ball hairs out with tweezer.
Whoa. Hold on.
Yo!
Wait a second. Wait. Stop the presses.
She says she's on the guy's side. Let's
Say that
go.
one more time, beautiful.
I'm on the men's side.
Holy shit. I'm just going to sit on back and
let
two colleagues talk. Go ahead, sweetie. Go ahead, Karen. You had a radio show.
And you're on the men's side because
women are emotional and men are analytical. Men will tell you what they want, but they're afraid to. And they know they're not going to get the truth from women because women want want to never be pinned down because they want to change their mind all the time.
Didn't I just say that?
Wow. Wait, no,
Thank you,
don't
Mike.
say.
I'm not saying I disagree with that. Like, and I'm not saying I'm not disagreeing with them on that. What I'm saying is they're not validating our feelings. Like, if they know that we are this way, why are they bitching about it?
Okay, here it is.
Because we are
Ready?
emotional, and
Ready?
there's nothing wrong
Here
with it.
it
They're
is.
trying to make it seem like it's
Whoa,
wrong.
whoa, whoa. Here.
Do you bitch about the DMV? They have a monopoly on car registration and traffic bullshit, right? It's the way it is. It sucks. There really isn't shit that any one individual can do about it. But I still bitch about it. Because it sucks. Right? The fact that just because it's the way it is doesn't mean that you can't complain about that motherfucking thing.
Here it is.
Men are bitching because they can never win with us.
Exactly.
Ever.
Thank you.
Oh, this tricky
No,
hoe.
no.
Hold on, Monique. Monique, hold on.
Thank you.
Monique, hold on a second. Here's the thing. Here's what it is. It's women and men both have emotions, but men have tapped into this thing called analytical thinking and philosophical thinking.
Logic.
And that's why we're up on you, because you like when I ask you a question, just like Miss Santino said, because men will say, like my girl said, can't you stop saying bitch? Can't you stop acting like you a pimp? And all I have to do is go,
Why?
do you have another option for me, bitch? You have another way for me to think? Give me a plan B. I got plan Z for you, motherfucker.
But why does that make you right and us wrong if we?
Because you have no guy. We're both. You know what we're like? We're two weeble wobbles, not falling down, but we're just going back and forth.
Why does it have to be a right and a wrong? You're making it a wrong.
Do you hear this?
Dude, I had a workplace where my people above me were females. I've had multiple jobs where a woman was above me. And it sounds like I'm women bashing, but you know what? Fuck it, I am. Let's fucking bash some women, dude. Some of their reasons that, you know, we'd have weekly or monthly meetings where we talk about performance and stuff like that. And some of the things that they said to me, like, oh, it was completely fucking blown out of proportion and didn't make any fucking sense. I asked a coworker, she was dressed nicer than usual. I know that sounds kind of weird, but she was like dressed up. I was like, dang, are you going out to the club or something like that? Like, that's what I do when I dress up. Well, I used to get all nice and dressed up and go to the club or go to a bar or something like that. And I asked her if that's what she was doing. She's like, no, I'm going to hang out with some friends. Simple conversation, no hidden agenda, no fucking like bad intent with the question. There was no animosity in the conversation, just no, I'm going out with some friends, which she probably went to the club, I bet, with her friends. And then I get a couple weeks later, I'm in the performance fucking interview getting a talking to about some of the issues. And one of the issues was, yeah, you asked so-and-so if they're going to the club. I guess my manager had overheard the conversation. He's like, yeah, you don't ask a woman that because it makes them feel like a slut. I'm like, what? And there were some other issues like, yeah, and this one person you said this to, and this one person you said that to. And these are all conversations I was having with like clients and coworkers. And I'm like, and the first thing I asked was, okay, did these people come to you and complain about me saying that? Or is this complaint coming from you? And she said, no, this complaint's coming from me. I was like, there you fucking go. Bingo. Bingo. The people who I was talking to had no fucking issue with what I said. But she had an issue.
Just double
Yes,
talking.
go ahead, Monique.
Your question.
And she didn't give me a reason why. She didn't say you can't say this because this and this and this and this and our policy is this. She just said it makes them feel it feels like you're saying it feels like this. It feel couldn't give me a fucking reason. Just her woman
Why
brain.
can't you just answer him? Why do you always have to have either two answers or none?
Monique, Monique is my new girlfriend. Me and my girlfriend gonna fuck Monique now.
No. I get called harsh and too strong-willed because if somebody asks me a question, I'll answer it.
I think
And
that's
it's not
awesome.
usually what they want to hear.
But we're also
I will
not
tell the
trained to do
truth.
that. We're not trained to do that. I tell the truth too.
So is that right or
But
wrong?
I also try not to hurt. I also try not to hurt people's feelings, which I think is what we do as
Is
well. We're
it
trained
right
to do that
or
because we are.
wrong?
Is
And
it
that's-
right or wrong, Kara?
Not hurting someone's feeling is fine. But again, if you're not telling them the truth, it's a lie.
But what if
Why
you
waste
haven't made
their
up your
time and your
mind?
time?
I just feel like throwing
Why
some
haven't you
small
made up your
crackers in
mind?
the middle
You
of the
know who
table,
you are.
and both of
You
y'all
know
just
what you want.
start eating them.
You know what your mind is.
I
Wait a
hear
minute,
you
Monique.
exactly. I'm trying
Monique,
to
do
give
you
that a
do
thought.
you agree with her or do you
Into a
disagree?
room and you want to do something, why do you say, what do you want to do? Why don't you say, I want to go to the movies? If you
Yeah, thank you. All right, fair enough. Why don't women just go? I want to go to the movies instead of going. What are you doing tonight?
Well, sometimes I have the sometimes I'm made.
Thank you
change
for
my
calling,
mind.
Monique. I almost wanted to leave her on just because she
We're trying to give you
disagrees with this
options.
asshole. But thanks for calling, sweetie.
This asshole.
Hung up
Damn.
on. Sorry, Monique.
Thank
I'm
you
sorry,
for calling,
baby.
Monique.
Thank you, Buttercup.
Thank you, Buttercup. Oh man, Patrice O'Neal's the fucking man, dude.